Hi, this is Dr. George Cromack here again today with RenewYourself.net. And on the last, yesterday, talked about just some of the basic concepts of, fasting and detoxification. Today, I just wanted, a little bit more fun, talk about some of those things I hit on about once your body starts to become more detoxified and you've got a lot of experience fasting and you're getting some general balance and vitality overall, some of the experiences that you may have in fasting that are kind of fun and, fulfilling. And basically my concept, my idea is that, we each have a soul, and that soul we each have has the seed of the energy of God within it. And basically when we detoxify the body and remove the emotional blockages, get your central nervous system opened up and kind of start to open up spiritually, and what we start to do is we start to resonate with that energy, which is basically who we are and who we start to experience ourselves to be. And that energy is just joy and bliss and happiness, and it's our birthright. It's your birthright. It's something that no one can take away from you. It's not contingent on what happens externally or what anybody outside of you does or doesn't do. And that's nice. And so some of the experiences I've had, on some of the longer fasts, and sometimes even, shorter fasts of a week or two, depending on how balanced I am going into the fast. One of the experiences has been a sense of increasing lightness of the body, culminating in a sense of weightlessness or loss of body consciousness. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean that, those aches and pains are so gone and everything is functioning so smoothly, and your body gets such a light sensation, which is really your natural state. You start to experience a sense of weightlessness or dissolving of the boundaries of the body. And what happens with that is your consciousness is no longer so solidly encased in this casing of the body. So you may be outside watching a sunset, and then you just realize that instead of having, this shell being caught in the shell of your body and then a big gap and then the sun that you see as an object outside of yourself, you start to experience yourself. There's no gap between you and the object of observation. So you start to kind of merge into the sun and experience yourself without that gap in between. So you just start to experience yourself as more boundless, more infinite. And at the same time, you may witness inside of your body just a still point where there's a part of you just watching yourself drive the car or watch your body, sitting on the beach watching the sunset. And it's not really judging or thinking. It's just kind of watching and observing your body do whatever it's doing, which comes kind of semi-automatically. You're kind of just in tune and kind of functioning like that a little bit more. It's kind of moving through you. So anyway, those are, experiences of the beginnings of just starting to kind of have that dense kind of illusionary type perception start to fade away. And we all have that same ability where, it's who you are. And as you start to get clearer, you're going to start to have, different shades of that experience, maybe in activity and in meditation. And in meditation that may be experienced as transcending, where if you're using a mantra, the mantra stops, the breath stops, and you start to just have basically almost a zero metabolic rate, which is kind of like a samadhi where your heart and breath stop, and you just experience yourself as isness, or kind of where awareness comes from. And we'll talk more about this at another time. So that's it. I hope you're having a great weekend, and we'll talk more. Aloha.